building a state championship team and now looking to maintain that consistency and expectation. This week's Courtside Chat sits down with Bryant head coach Mike Abrahamson. It is Friday, January 9th, and this is Varsity Vibe Today. In an interview that he did earlier in his career as the Bryant head coach, Mike Abrahamson joked that nobody wanted the job when it was open and he was able to take it to move closer to his wife's family. At that point, Bryant hadn't been to a state title game since 1981. They got there in 2019 under his leadership, even though they did not win that state championship game. They got there in 2024, falling to North Little Rock, and then finally breaking through last season, getting the first state championship for Bryant since that 1981 year against Springdale. It has been a building block of success year after year, setting the tone, building a culture, and now he has led Bryant to nothing to what they are right now, a power in basketball in the 6A. Excited to have Coach join us for another edition of Courtside Chats. Coach, another season is underway. And the first question I really like to ask is, how does the season and each season differ from one another? As you get ready with a brand new team, what's your approach as you head into a new season?
Yeah, the players change. Some graduate, some transfer in. Players come up from the younger groups. So every year is different and presents its own challenges. Scheduling can make some of that stuff different as well. So we are trying to implement the best that we can, our system with our new guys blended with our returners, and we are playing a gauntlet of a schedule. So we're in the thick of it right now.
When you look at the leaders on this team so far and returners who know your system, know your expectations, who are you leaning on?
Well, Kamarion Bede, CB is what we call them, and RJ Young. They have been 4-year starters now for me. Brought them up as ninth graders. They played a ton, got a lot of experience. With that, when they were sophomores, we lost in the finals. Last year we won. So they know they could coach the team if they wanted to. I don't think they want to, but they could.
When you have expectations and you have standards like that, and you're coming off a state championship, do you feel like the locker room is maybe different because now that you have a state championship and you are the defending champs, these guys kind of know how to carry their business?
A little bit. They're teenage boys, so it's still sure. Goes back and forth, but it does seem a little different. A little more buy-in, a little quicker, I guess you could say. Yeah, it does. It changes things a little bit, but they're still teenage boys. We still have to keep the standard high. They human nature, complacency, those things creep in. A lot of people patting us on the back, things of that nature. And I hate to be like, I don't want to be ungrateful because we're super grateful, but at the same time, we have to fight against those things to keep the standard high, or we're going to be our own worst enemy.
Yeah. You're always going to have a target on your back, and you do right now, and you challenge your guys like you talked about, a gauntlet of a season and a schedule that you put together. What kind of tests did you want to test them early before conference play starts?
Well, we don't have much of a choice because scheduling is so tough. You have to get into events where they're going to match you up with who they want to match you up with. And we're in a situation, and we're blessed to be in it, where we're always going to get a great opponent. And then scheduling around the state, grateful for the people that say yes, that want to play us, and it's all good. It's all good. High level programs, high level teams. So we're playing the two teams that played in the 5A championship last year, the two teams that played in the 4A championship last year, teams that had some talent come in. We're playing everybody, so we don't have a choice. You better bring it every night.
Yeah, and I think showcases in these tournaments, especially in the month of December, is what everyone is doing. It's the way that this game is trending. What is it like to see your team compete against some of these other teams from out of state when you go and play these showcases?
Well, it really prepares us, we hope, for March. The more high quality opponents you can play in the more different environments, I guess you could say, different locations, different gyms, different times, different styles. Uh, I think we believe it really prepares us for down the road. So it's difficult because there are no easier games, or preparation is tough. And in December right now, everything's a blur because it's game, and you don't have a lot of practices in between to stay sharp. So it's a challenge, but it's like that every year.
Yeah.
But we're doing the best that we can, and we feel like it's going to prepare us for down the road.
I want to ask you this as we kind of talk on this topic. A lot of these guys play in the summer, right? They play on these circuits. And so is it beneficial that this almost looks like the summer circuit ball that they're playing, where they're playing the best talent around the country, and now they are kind of doing so on the high school level?
It helps. It does help because on those circuits, those teams don't have a lot of time to practice. So you really have to know how to play the game. They play more games typically than they practice, and there's a lot of talent on the floor. So they're used to being in environments where anything might get thrown at you. You're playing against highly talented individuals and teams. So it is similar to that, and I think that just produces such a product of toughness because they're always going through it.
You've been in this business a long time. You've seen a lot of talent.
How can you tell?
I want to pick your brain. I think personally, the talent in basketball in Arkansas has grown substantially in the last decade. And I'd love to get your opinion on how you feel like the talent of basketball, specifically in Central Arkansas, has grown over the years.
Well, the talent's amazing. And honestly, I moved here. I'm not from here. I'm from Kentucky, a quote-unquote basketball state. I was blown away when I moved here that the talent and the coaching was what it is. And to be in a state that's probably just under 4 million to produce the number of college basketball players it's astonishing a little bit. I know we're in the South and everybody loves their football, and I like football too. No knock to that, but man, the talent in basketball in this state, you could probably fill half the rosters of all the Division I and the Division II teams in the state with Arkansas kids. I know Cal likes to recruit nationally and all that, but you could, for the most part, do that because there's so many good players. There's so many parents behind those players that are sacrificing, traveling, investing. It's really cool. And the college coaches always tell me, we got to get into Arkansas. It's untapped. Well, they're right. There's a lot of players here. It's pretty cool.
I could go on and on about that, by the way. I won't take up all your time.
We can keep going.
I think it's so fascinating, the growth and
we're
the
playing
talent.
them every night.
Right. And
we
that's
play them
the
every
thing.
game.
You look at rosters these days, and it's like 2 guys are going D1, 2 guys are going D2. They've got offers out the wazoo with these kids, and everyone has talent, and it isn't a 1 or 2 guys in the state anymore. It's everybody.
It is. It's everybody that we're playing. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And the coaching's good too.
Yeah.
I think the coaching was good when I got here, and across the board, it's elevated. There were some great coaches that I coached against when I first got here. But then maybe there was a program or two where the coach wasn't as into it. And now across the board, high-level coaches as well. So we're blessed in Arkansas. I wish more people knew about it, but at the same time, it makes us here appreciate each other more.
Yeah. And you got to stay sharp as a coach too.
You better.
To maintain that level.
Adapt or die.
There you go. And so with that being said, the strengths of your team this year.
Athleticism, depth, guard play.
Yeah.
We've got two guys going to Division I. CB's going to UCA. RJ Young's going to Tennessee Tech. They've already signed. And a lot of pieces around them. We got 12 dressing out varsity, and all 12 can play. All 12 can contribute. Now, that doesn't mean we're rolling along without any things to work on. We certainly are.
Sure.
And I think we can be better than what we are right now. So that's what we're working towards. But I would say guard play, athleticism, depth, a lot of guys that can contribute.
Well, we know a lot of people are going to be watching Bryant basketball as the season continues to roll on, and hopefully we'll be talking again in Hot Springs. Coach, thanks for the time.
Anytime. Thank you for being here.
I think if you ask any coach right now in the state of Arkansas, they're going to tell you that Bryant is the team to beat in the 6A. So talented, so physical. Being able to watch them play is a lot of fun. And if you're going to win a state championship in Hot Springs in March, you're likely going to have to get through Bryant. A big thank you to Coach Abrahamson for sitting down and talking basketball with me in this week's Courtside Chat. If you missed any of the Courtside Chats that we put out there over the holidays, make sure to go back and listen to them. I had some great conversations with players like Easton McCullough at Farmington and DJ Hudson at Fayetteville, so make sure to go check those out if you haven't already. That is going to do it for Varsity Vibe today on this Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. Go see some basketball. There's great games happening around the state tonight, so go get some basketball action in your routine if you need something to do later on this evening, and we'll see you again here on Monday.